Hi, and welcome to the Involv release webinar, where we will give you some insights on what we're bringing to your internet. My name is Tim Bogemans. I'm co-founder and product manager at Involv, and I'm joined by Pascal Herreweghe, who is communication expert and also product manager at Involv. Okay, so let's dive in to the demo. Let me share my screen. Voila. If everything is good, you should see the screen. Pascal, can you confirm?
Yes, I see your screen.
Okay. We're here to talk about our new release, version 5.4 of Involv, and it's actually about three major things that impact your employees every single day. It's about faster loading and browsing load experience, about getting more content control, and about smart finding with AI search. First, Involv 5.4 comes with improved loading experience. So if you want to show this, I'm going to reload Intranet because the first impressions count. The load experience is actually the first thing that every employee sees every day when they open the Intranet. So in 5.4, we fundamentally improved this, as you can see here on the screen. We have reduced the amount of API calls with more than 30% and also reduced the amount of content that reloads every time, like navigation and profile data, resulting in a faster first open of the Intranet homepage. But we also implemented reloading mechanisms and deep linking of news pages and profile pages to give our user a faster experience when browsing through the internet. So if I'm clicking here on, for example, the who is who, you will notice that the navigation also sticks, that doesn't change and sticks on the top. But if we go, for example, to person here, Tim Bogemans, then you also see that this is quick and fast, showing all the pages. The same is actually for example, if you go to other sites, like in this case, IT, you will instantly notice that this is a faster experience than previous versions of Involv. So if you go back to the home page and we navigate a little bit through the site, for example, a news article, then this is all loading very fast currently. And this makes actually the 5.4 version our fastest ever internet solution with, we can say, with seconds of less loading times and improved browsing experience, which is really important for the end users of Involv. So this is the first highlight of the 5.4 version. Pascal, you can go over to the next topic, which is about governance and page health, I think.
Yes, thank you. So the next part, Tim, that I would like to show is our new and improved governance section. Today, we've included in the governance section a page health overview. Like it says, we're going to scan all the pages of your intranet and we're going to tell if there are issues on those pages. As you can see over here, for example, we're scanning for dead links. We're scanning for pages that didn't receive any visitors. We're scanning for pages where metadata is missing or where there are typos or the pages need to be restructured, for example. This is actually powered by AI. And if you take a look at the screen over here, you can see that we're going to rank all the pages. 100% means all good, your pages are great, but of course, there are also pages that need to be checked. For example, there's no review user or this page is outdated. If you click on the icons over here, you will actually also see what the issues at hand actually are. For example, this page didn't receive any views in the last month. For example, meta or the description isn't filled in. We're actually going to scan, like I said, every page, and AI is going to tell you what can be done to make your pages better so that your end users will have a better experience. If I go to the pages themselves, you will actually also see, and I'm opening one right now, you will actually see that we're also going to add a new icon on the left over here via the Involv Manager. You will be able to scan immediately and see how good or bad your page actually is performing when it comes to the page health. On this page, for example, you will see that AI is going to tell you that there is a dead link. And indeed, I purposely created a dead link over here. And as you can see, our AI is going to tell you, watch out, you have an issue over here. Another example is this page. It's also a news page, but it's also going to scan, like I said before, for example, typos. You can see that, again, purposely, I wrote efficiency in a bad way. I did the same thing with, for example, every day, and I can easily click on the find button over here, and it's going to highlight the place where I made the mistake at hand. What's important as well is that I forgot metadata, and the metadata, of course, is going to make search a bit more efficient. What's important is that in the Involv Manager, you will also be able to configure this governance section. So if you go to the admin configuration panel and you open up General, over here you see that there is a new governance tab where you will have the option to say, for example, when is a page outdated? When a page didn't receive any update in 900 days, for example. What's the low traffic threshold? Over here, it's 10 days, for example. So everything that you want to be able to configure it when it comes to your governance is done over here. But Tim, I think that's not the only thing that we changed. We also changed the AI search experience.
That's correct. Okay, and then let's talk about our third highlight of the version 5.4 release of Involv, which is all about AI and search. We know from a fact that employees spend up to 3 hours a day searching for the right content. So if you look at an intranet, searching your intranet should work like you're used to do with Google or ChatGPT. You should ask a natural question and get a correct answer. But what we do with Involv AI search is we do this within the context of your intranet. So if we look at the screen here and you go to the search, you know that if you have AI activated, that you will have an AI assisted button here, which you can click, and then you will see either the predefined suggestions or the one that you fill in yourself. And we think that based on the company, the organization, and the culture, that you should define your own search suggestions. So know that there is a predefined set, but you can change them to whatever query or sentences that you want. Okay. You can do this if you go to the Involv Manager, go to configuration, and then go to search. Click on the Manage AI Search Suggestions, and then you will see that you have in here the two that were shown on my screen, which are one for people and one for pages. What else do we do with the search is we will detect what the search content is about. Now let's type a query. For example, I'm searching for training material. And notice that I'm writing some typos because our AI will detect the typos, and because there's a spelling checker inside of it. For example, training material, it will notice that it's training and material, and it will generate the results based on that. Also the suggestions, and what you can also do with the search AI is you can generate the summary. You can, of course, turn this off or on as you wish. You can also do that in the general search bar. So if you have customers or you don't want to have a directly generated summary or not a summary at all, you can just click that off. You can configure this. Okay. So, but if you click the AI summary, then it will generate based on your results in here the quick summary of what you've searched for. Also notice that we've put it into a show more button because the summary can be quite long if you have a lot of results. If you click this, you see that you have, based on these results, the links to those training material showcases. Okay, and now let's try to give a query for a result for people. So if I give in the query who had their birthday this spring, then the AI function will detect that it's about the result people and will send you to the who is who result page, showing you the 4 people that have their birthday in this spring. You can also detect or click on the summary, and then you will get a quick summary of the results. Again, the same as with the other results. Okay. If you want to say, I'm searching for nodding and you wouldn't get any results, then there is also a separate no results page from now on in all of the result pages of Involv. Okay. So interesting to know is that the AI model that we implement runs in the customer's own Azure environment and doesn't require any Copilot licensing. So regarding security, everything still works like your regular search with on behalf of authentication. The AI only sees the content the user already has access to. The data or the query processing never leaves your tenant. Okay, so this is really important. Everything is based on your Azure environment. It's your billing. There's no Copilot involved, and all the data and the query processing runs in your own tenant and not on our end. Okay. Well, that's about the third highlight of the 5.4 release. We also have some other smaller enhancements. For example, if we go back to the result page, and it doesn't actually matter which one it is. For example, I click on this one. Then in the PMP search, you also have, and I hope that I have some results here. If you hover over it, you notice that you have 2 little buttons now, which you can activate in the PMP search. It's about opening the folder and downloading the results directly. Okay. We also have quite some other improvements in the PMP search. So you will, if you open it in the property pane, you will see that you have lots of more options to make out your search result pages. Good. The second thing that I want to show you is in the Involv Manager. So if I click it open, and for example, I go to the admin config and go to AI config, then you will notice that you have informative icons. This to give you some more information about what all those keys are. They're not only in the keys, but also in, for example, the teaming or in managing the newsletter configuration. You have in every part where you can configure now more information about what the key and the target is. Okay. Third one that I want to show from little enhancements. For this one, I need to go to the home page. And on the home page, I have, I think, a call to action. Yes, here it is. And if I go to edit and I go to edit the call to action itself, we've added some options for setting the focal point. So you can, like you do in Microsoft, you can just do it like this and see it here. Then you can set up the focal point of the image yourself. Okay. And then the last one is in the welcome tier. And for that one, I need to go to the edit. If you go to the welcome tour, then you will notice that we have redesigned the web art list data configuration. But more importantly, you can now also get rich text into the welcome tour steps. So if you want to do this, you can just say, okay, this needs to be in bold, save it, republish the page. And if you, of course, once reloaded, open up the welcome tour, you will notice that you now have bold text. Okay. Okay, so that's it for my part about the last 4 minor enhancements that we did in the version 5.4 release. Pascal, do you have anything that you still want to show or ask?
No, I think we've covered everything, and I do think that it's very useful to check the release notes as always, because there are, as you said, some other minor adjustments that might be useful for our colleagues and partners.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, that's about it for this time. Okay. Thank you for your attention, and we'll hope that the 5.4 release makes a hell of a difference on the end of the customer.
Thank you, Tim. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.